The thing I remember most about Gallipoli, I think, was that snowstorm that came on the 26th of November.
The men that we were supposed to relieve had not gone. The result was that there was no room for us in their bivvies, so we just had to stand in the snow. We stood in the snow all night.
I've never felt as cold in my life as I did then. I can well remember being on guard out in the trenches at night, and you had to keep marking time the whole time, at least I had, to keep my feet warm.
Frostbite is a hell of a thing.
One chap lost a leg, another fellow had both legs taken off at the knees.
It got to the stalemate where we knew, you knew you were fighting a hopeless battle.
That was when they decided that they simply couldn't hold Gallipoli through the winter.
When the word came round that we were going to leave Gallipoli, the men simply would not believe it. And they were the most despondent men you've ever seen.
We didn't like the idea of evacuating, but we knew it was a hopeless sort of a job.
For days, there was hardly a joke cracked in the trenches, but it was such a shock. The idea of giving up and going away and leaving their comrades, their dead pals, after all that had been done.
First night we'd sent off 2 guns, and the second night we'd sent another 2 guns, and early in the evening and the third night we'd sent off another 2, and then we had 1 gun left at the very last.
They'd have dripping water coming out of those tins, and when it got to a certain level, it would fire a gun.
We were running up and down the trenches, popping a rifle over the edge and pulling the trigger every 12 yards or so, make the Turks think there were still people there.
Beautiful moonlight night, just like daylight.
I got down off my perch at 2:15 on the night of the evacuation, and I moved down the trench. It was empty.
The engineers, of course, were entrusted with the job of setting up the mines, which were charged with all the explosives that we could possibly muster, and it was the engineer's job to press the button and blow them up as they stepped into their boat.
I was on the last rowing boat that rowed out to the troop ship, and as soon as we got on board, that ship and others opened fire on the great stores of food that were on the beach.
I think we were away 2 days, before the Turks knew we'd gone.